Morning again, guys. Today's step 2 of your multi-genre project, which is the research step, which is obviously another really important step. You want to make sure you have good information to build your project off of. So just like yesterday, I'm going to go through the assignment sheet. So if you don't have the new one that I posted today, March 31st, on the assignments, I updated it and added the research piece to it. So it's step 2. So pull that up, pause the video, pull that up so that you can read along with me, just like we did with step 1. So step 2 is research. Before you begin your project, you have to gather some background information. For this step, you're going to create a Google document that contains at least 10 different sources, a lot of different sources, okay? And the information you gathered from each of those sources. So you're going to keep it all there. You're going to keep your sources themselves as well as some of the information that you gathered from those sources. You must then share the document with me on Google Docs using your name, so whatever your name is, and then the multi-genre research. So share that with me, your name, multi-genre research as the title. Okay. Some tips for your research and for your evaluating your sources. So encyclopedias are not an acceptable source for this project. Wikipedia is not an acceptable source for this project. You want to hunt for traditional print sources. So that's books, journals, magazines, newspapers. Obviously, you're going to use the online versions of these things, but you want to look for online versions of books, journals, newspapers, and use those as your sources. I give you scholar.google.com as one place you can go to look for those, and also JSTOR.org. They normally we don't have access to that, but because of the coronavirus, they've opened that up to people to use for free. So JSTOR.org will help you find these sources, and that's on that sheet for you. Then if you can get some primary sources, that would be really outstanding. Hopefully you can interview someone who knows something about this, reach out to someone. If you find an author online, people are home during this time with some extra time, email them. You could talk to them directly. Reach out to people. Maybe you know someone who experienced something, you can reach out to them. Email, phone calls, Zoom, however you want to actually talk to these people, but you're going to get bonus for doing some primary sources. So speaking to someone, and by speaking, I mean corresponding. So it could be an email, it could be a phone call, whatever it is. Okay, obviously you're not going to see anybody face to face. Then you can report on interviews or speeches that people have already done that already exist out there. Documentaries on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whatever you guys have, those could be helpful also. So you can watch a documentary, YouTube documentaries. You don't want just random people talking about stuff. You want, experts who have done research and created some kind of valuable resource that is credible resource. Okay. And then thoroughly surf the internet for any relevant data. Okay, there's going to be a ton out there on anything that you guys are doing. Anything that I'm approving for you to do, it won't be any problem to find 10 sources. And then you have to evaluate your sources. So that's relevance, timeliness, make sure that it's up to date, is timeliness, the author's purpose. So you want to find things that are meant to inform, not so much sources that are meant to entertain or persuade. Okay, for it to be credible, they want to just be giving you information. So it's not going to be biased. It's not going to really be entertaining. It's the primary goal isn't to entertain. The primary goal is to inform. Those are going to be the best sources. Verify it. So even the best sources sometimes have mistakes. So see if you can find the same or similar information in multiple sources. That helps you make sure that you know that it is credible. Authors' credentials. Look for authors who have written a lot about the topic, not someone who's just done one article or someone who has very little experience with the topic. You want someone who knows what they're talking about. The publisher's reputation, who put it out there. University publishers are the best. They generally have already verified all their information. And then if you're looking at a book, you want to look at the table of contents, see how much of that book is about your topic. And the table of contents will also help you skip to the relevant piece. You shouldn't be reading whole books. You should look at the table of contents, go through, find the chapters that are most relevant to your topic and skip to those. Okay. Then obviously you have to cite your sources. I put the Purdue OWL up there. You can use things like EasyBib or whatever else is out there, but just make sure that you check them to make sure that the format is correct. The best source for all of those formatting for citing your sources is Purdue OWL, and that link is on the assignment as well. All right. Good luck. If you have questions, email me. You can zoom in on the office hours, or we can set up a Zoom appointment. And good luck. Let me know if you need help.